50,000 nurses needed in the UK. Not me saying, just hear it from the expert, right?
The government actually said that they need about 50,000 nurses this year. 50,000 extra nurses this year. That's a big deal.
And the salaries can get even to much crazy terms, like 100,000 pounds. Just hear it from Nanel.
You can get people earning as much as 100,000 pounds per year, 109,000 pounds per year. Yeah.
As you have seen today, I have a very special guest, Nanel, who is living and working in the UK as a registered nurse, and she's going to share with us all you need to know to get a job. She talks about the different nursing bands, starting from healthcare assistant, like band 1. I hear that we have the caregivers, the drivers, and all that. She will give us all those details in this video. So I should just stop talking and let's get right to it. Welcome to the show, Nanel.
Hi. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for having me. Yeah.
You're very much welcome. Now, let's go straight to it. I know most people would want to get jobs as health assistants, as nurses. Can you tell us what are some of the entry-level jobs that people would start looking out for to get into the UK in the healthcare field?
Well, okay, so let me talk about mine first, because I'm a registered nurse in the UK, but I was originally trained in Ghana, West Africa, and I'm currently working as a band 5 nurse. So let me talk about mine first, okay? So the nursing levels in the ranks of nursing in the UK is arranged in bands, okay? So there's band 1 to band 9. So band 1 could be like the drivers or the housekeepers or the cleaners, the band 1s. And then we have up to band 9, like the senior, like top nurses. They make the decisions for the nursing community, like the top nurses. But if you are like a registered nurse, let's say you did about 3 years nursing school or more, you qualify to enter as a band 5 nurse, okay? So for me, I did a 4-year degree nursing program in Ghana, so I qualified to be a band 5 nurse. If you did a 3-year diploma as well, you also qualify to be a band 5 nurse. Whether you were trained in Africa, Asia, or the Caribbean, you can also qualify as a band 5 nurse in the UK. And if you did, let's say, a 2-year nursing program, you can apply as a band 4 nurse. That's a nursing associate, okay? A band 4 nurse. And these days, the most popular one is the care assistants and the senior carers. Those are like band 3 or like lower band 4 roles as well. For that one, sometimes they even need any healthcare background. You just need a few online courses, and then you just need some training on the job, and you can be a band 3 nurse or a band 4 nurse, yes. And obviously the pay scale is also according to the bands. So the higher you are, the more you earn as well. Okay, and that's also if you work for the private sector or you work for the government sector. If you work for the private sector like myself, you usually earn a bit more. And for me, I work in the private sector and I do about 33 hours per week, and my annual income is about 32,000, 35,000 per year. But if my counterpart in the government might be getting 29,000, but it's the same rank. But because I work for a private sector, I'm obviously being paid more. And there's always the opportunity to do overtime and get additional overtime pay as well. Yes, so those are the nursing ranks. If you are a fresh graduate from school, nursing school, you enter as band 5. If you did 3 years nursing program, you enter as band 5. If you did a 2 years nursing program, you enter as band 4. And the rest, you can do some short courses to enter as band 1, band 2, band 3. And yeah, and if you're band 5, you can go for interviews and then apply for the higher job positions as well. So for me, if I want to upgrade, I can. If I see a band 6 job vacancy, I can always apply, go for an interview, and if I pass, they can promote me there. And sometimes you doing some other courses like upgrading, let's say a master's in this or another qualification in that, also increases your chances of moving up the bands as well. So that's about the ranks. I hope I made sense.
Yeah, that's a lot of valuable information. And just to confirm, the salary we're talking about is in pounds, right?
Yeah, in pounds.
Yeah, in pounds. Now, maybe you talk more of the band 5, but in general, how would you say the salary ranges for people maybe in band 1, band 2, 3, up to that 5? on average. I know there will be a difference depending with the institution, private, government, but we can just average figure so that someone can really do the math and see, is it worth it for me to go at this level?
Okay, so I have the pay scale here from the official website. So I'm just going to read directly for it. It's called the Agenda for Change Pay Rate for the UK, okay, for the healthcare professionals. So I'm just going to read from there so I don't make any mistakes. The UK, they also value experience a lot. So if you have experience as well, you can increase your pay. So I can be at the same level, I can be at the same level as another nurse band 5, but that person will be paid a bit higher. So we have even in band 5, we have lower band 5 and then we have higher band 5. So maybe the person is band 5, but they have 10 years of experience and I only have, let's say, 4 years experience. So that person will be earning more than I am earning. So the experience also counts, even though it's the same rank. Okay. So for band 1, we're looking at about 20,000 per year, £20,000 per year. That's without overtime. Okay. And that's before tax. And then band 2, for those that have less than 2 years, it's also the same around 20,000. And for those that have more than 2 years experience, it's around £21,000 per year. Band 3, we're looking between 21,000 to 23,000 per year, depending on your level of experience. Band 4, we're looking at 24,000 to 26,000 pounds per year, also based on the experience. So your experience will tell whether you will be at the 24 side or you'll be at the 26,000 side. Okay, so that's it. Band 5, like I said, is between 27,000 per year to 32,900 per year, also based on your experience. And then band 6 is between 33,000 pounds per year to 40,000 pounds per year. So that's when you start entering into the very, very big figures. Band 7, we're seeing around 41,000 to 47,000 per year. Band 8, also very high. It goes on and on and on to band 9, where you can get people earning as much as 100,000 pounds per year, 109,000 pounds per year. Yeah, so those are the big boys and girls. Yeah, the band 9s are the big boys. Also, let me also add that depending on where you live in the UK, you also get something little extra, especially for those that live in the high cost areas like inside London, because the cost of living is high. They get like something little as compensation as well. Not so much, yeah, but something little. So yeah, that's basically the pay. Yeah. But like I said, this is the government organization. So if you are in a private sector, you can earn a bit more in terms of the lower bands.
Let me, I can ask you, would you share with us, how did you end up in the UK as a registered nurse? I'm sure your story will maybe give people some insights on how they can end up there also.
Yeah. So my story, I relocated to the UK as a nurse about 4 years ago, sometime back in 2018. And I was desperate because I was fully qualified. I had finished my schooling, and there were no jobs in Ghana for me. And I heard of the opportunity in the UK. I heard that the UK was desperately in need of nurses, and they still are. They are really desperately looking for nurses. Like the government even promised to provide. The government actually said that they need about 50,000 nurses this year. 50,000 extra nurses this year. That's a big deal. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so there was a huge vacancy in the UK. They were looking for people. So I took the opportunity and then I did my research, and then I realized that first of all I had to create an account with the Nursing and Midwifery Council of the UK. I had to create an account with them online. They are the body that regulates the nursing profession in the UK. So you have to have their license. It's just like you have to get a driver's license before you're able to drive in a particular country. Yeah, so you have to get their license first before you're able to practice. And to get their license, they require you to do a couple of things. They need you to do an exam. Okay, so there's a computer-based exam and there's a practical exam as well. And then for the computer-based exam, you can take it in your country. There are actually test centers in different countries where you can take the exam. So if you have a Pearson View test center in your country, you can go and register. The exam is called the CBT. So I am an adult nurse, so I took for adult nurses. We have mental health nurses. They have ones for mental health nurses as well. They have ones for midwives as well. So based on your qualification, you register for the one, and then you book, and then you go and write. And they have study materials on their websites for you to know what is expected of you and everything. So there are study materials you can download and just watch. And I have detailed videos of that on my YouTube channel as well, so people can head over and then watch. So you write this exam, you pass, and then you submit a couple of documents. They'll need to verify from the nursing council in your country to show that you're actually a qualified nurse in your country. They'll need some, references from your training institution as well. So there's a lot of paperwork as well involved. But like I said, the details videos are in my on my channel. But long story short, you create an account with them, you do the practical exam in your country, you submit all the evidences that they need, evidence of your identity, evidence that you are healthy, and all those things. And then you pay some evaluation fee. Later, you pay a registration fee. And then you start looking for an employer. But if you are not from an English speaking country, you need to write an English test exam. That's the IELTS or the OET. And at the moment, they require you to get band 7 in all the modules. It has to be IELTS academic. And if you're not able to write the IELTS academic, you can also write the OET, and then you're expected to get BBB in all the modules, but at least a C plus in writing. With the IELTS academic as well, you're supposed to get 777 and at least a 6.5 in the writing. So if you're able to get this, and then you submit all the evidence, and then you can start looking for an employer. You can start looking for an employer online. So you just apply like you're applying for any other job, and that's where they need to start watching your videos so that they can make their CV well. And then they can use that to apply for jobs, and then they are granted an interview, and then they pass the interview. And then usually the employer will bring you to the UK, and then you do the last part of the process, which is the practical exam. And after the practical exam, then when you pass, you get your license, and then you can start working in the UK as a nurse. But when they bring you to the UK, you work as, let's say, a lower level, a lower rank, until you pass the final exam, and then you get your license. So,
Thank you very much. I think that is quite a ton of information. And by the way, Nanelle has her YouTube channel. She talks about all these things as a nurse. How do you get there? The details of doing the application and all that. Maybe you can tell us about your YouTube channel and how people can get in touch with you.
Yeah, so my YouTube channel is Nanelle Griselda, just like you can see on the screen. And like Daniel said, I talk about migrating to the UK as a nurse or as a care assistant, and other opportunities for people to migrate to the UK in general. And then I also talk about life in the UK in general as well. So yeah.
Also, take a look at this video of another success story living and working in the UK. Sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until my next video, out.